Everyone, Charles Freeman, FBI Construction over here in Burlington, Mass. All right, so again, we're on the inside of this project now, and what we found is that they did a lot of bad framing on the inside. A lot of it structurally not correct. Okay, so what they did is they framed the window wrong, and instead of actually framing it correctly, all they did was just add studs. Okay, so you got yourself your header up here. It's a not insulated header. All right, which is incorrect, number one. Then they just added 4 more studs to bring the height down instead of actually just putting the height up and reframing the sill the way it should have been. All right, so that's a problem. All right, what we have down here is that sill plate should be sealed. It should be caulked. Okay, that's not caulked. These boxes aren't even weatherproof boxes. Okay, so anything that's on the exterior wall should be an exterior box, insulated box, so that it won't allow any kind of draft to come through. All right, so all the electrical boxes fail. All right, so we have that problem. The floor height, they didn't even match up the floor height correctly. Okay, so you can see here, I'm gonna have a tripping hazard now trying to put another floor on top of this. All right, so we're gonna have to come up with a solution for that. All right, and then we have one of the world's biggest hacks. I don't even want to know who the contractor on this job is, but hopefully he quits and goes back to working in a supermarket or something, because that's about where he belongs. All right, so it's extremely unfortunate, but all they did was just hack this piece here. Instead of just taking this little wall down that was here, all they had to do is take this down and just reframe it correctly. Instead, they just leave these little chunks and pieces were left in here. So one of the world's greatest hacks, and this header over here actually stopped. It actually stopped right here, and now the guy comes in and he tries to fix his problem by adding a 2x4 there. Clearly not going to be a structural support for the rafters that are coming down on that. So you get a roof load on that, which that's definitely not going to work. All right, so you have a ridge. You have a ridge right here, and that ridge is supposed to be solid posted down onto this header. All right, clearly there's no stud there. All right, so that's not posted there. Certainly not posted over here. All right, so they just chop out stuff where they want, and they don't understand that you got to follow the code. This is what they make a code for. All right, so it continues. They do a cantilevered balcony right here, which, you know, nice little design. I like a cantilevered balcony, but unfortunately they built it on the same level. I mean, just even if they just did a 2-inch drop, just if you got a 2x10 floor joist and you put 2x8 for your balcony, it'll give you at least a 2-inch drop. Unfortunately, what they have now is they get this floor is going to be tied into this balcony, so any water, heavy rain, water, ice, snow built up, it's going to come underneath that threshold and it's going to work its right back into the house. All right, so I see a severe water problem coming down the road. That is absolutely going to, ice dam's going to get under there, it's going to push that up, and you'll never open this door in the winter. That's a guarantee. Okay, so again, the sill plates are not done correctly. Nothing's caulked down. All right, and unfortunately now they're trying to hide stuff with insulation. All right, which I can promise you it's probably not the code. We got craft insulation in the ceiling. All right, that won't work. I need an R49 in the ceiling. All right, the walls, we got an R21. That looks okay. All right, but again, you know, we got to get behind the boxes. You know, they're not weatherproof boxes. Okay, so I'm gonna take a look here. All right, so what we can see here, we already see it. Okay, if you don't use the weatherproof boxes, you're gonna have to come back and you're gonna have to put spray foam behind here and seal all here where the wires go. So there's gonna be a heavy draft that's gonna come through this wiring. All right, so that's not correct. Okay, no, we already know. I've seen up inside there originally. All right, that there's a vent pipe up there. There's a 4-inch vent pipe up in the ceiling. I'll post a picture of it so you can see it. But there's a 4-inch vent pipe up on the old roof line. They didn't even send it up on top of the main roof to get it vented out, which has to be 2 feet above the roof line, because now you're taking soar gas and you're bringing it back into the house. Okay, the ductwork isn't correct. Nothing's sealed. You can look right inside there. There's nothing sealed in there. So that's certainly going to have some leaks. So that's not going to pass if you did a blower test. All right, so that's not going to pass. They left this existing beam that was here. This is a 4x8 beam originally. All right, they left it there, which is, again, it's carrying a load. It's got the original roof load on there. And you can actually see it if you're looking at it. You can actually see there's a bow in there, probably coming down about a 1/2 inch, maybe 1 inch or so. So again, that should have been recalculated by the engineer. You're probably going to need a double 11-inch LVL there. All right, so a lot of problems in here that we're going to have to go back through and repair and fix. Make sure it's done right. You can't just put stuff together and expect it to stand and hold the mass codes with the weight bearing loads on the roof and everything else. So unfortunately, they did not call me to start the job. I get called halfway through after they caused the fire damage, and the building inspector recommends that the contractor be fired. So here I am, Charles Freeman, FBI Construction. Have a great day, and let's get the job done right the first time.